welcome, and I usually say thank you for joining me in Grandma Roseanne's kitchen, but I can't say that right now because we're not in the kitchen. We're in my family room, and I have a special guest here. I have Michael Zelke. Say hello to the people.
Hello.
And how old are you?
8.
And you are my what?
Guest.
And my grandson. He's going to be our cooking guest, and he is going to cook today. He is going to tell him what you're going to make.
Crepes.
And crepes are something that even very experienced cooks have a problem with, and they're getting intimidated by them. And we're going to show you how an 8-year-old, thumbs up, an 8-year-old is going to make this happen. Now, Michael started cooking when he was, how old?
3.
And where did you use to sit in order to cook?
On the counter.
Which counter?
That one.
Yeah, that one. And what's the first thing you made? Do you remember?
Whipping cream.
And did you make it all?
Yep.
What he did, and it was the cutest thing ever, he poured the cream in, he poured the sugar in, he turned the mixer on. And I really believe that people learn a joy of cooking. They learn a joy of that when they start making things that are just gratifying from the onset. And I still remember the first time he stuck his finger in that bowl, put it in his mouth, and he went, yum. And then do you remember the second thing you cooked?
Yeah.
What was
Donut cookies.
Donut cookies. And his 2 brothers, all 3 of the boys have done that. I don't know if other people have done this or not. I didn't know anybody did it, so I thought we just kind of made it up. But you know those tubes of biscuits that you buy in the store and then you smack them on the counter and they pop open? Well, we got that, and then Michael would cut them in half. I would fry them because he was really little. And then you would roll them in what?
We would roll them in cinnamon sugar.
And how were they?
Awesome.
They still kind of love those things, but we haven't done them for a long time. So I think that it's really wonderful when my grandkids are old enough now that they can join me in the kitchen. But it's not just me. These boys cook at home, and they cook for their family. What are some of the things that you've cooked at home for your mama and papa and your brothers?
Eggs.
You do good breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
And
I also sometimes make waffles.
You make waffles?
Yeah.
Huh. I did not know that. So anyway, we've got 3 boys here that are up-and-coming chefs. And before we get to the kitchen, I'm going to show you a little clip of Michael when he was, I think you were 5 years old. And then after that little clip, you're going to find us in the kitchen making crepes.
Yep.
What did you tell me you were?
I'm a chef.
You're a chef?
Yeah.
Well.
I cook food. I'm cooking crepe puffs.
All by yourself?
Yes.
Is there anybody helping you, or are you in the kitchen alone?
In the kitchen alone.
So what have you got in that pot?
I got some butter and milk.
Yeah, and what's in that bowl next to you?
Flour.
Very good. And did you put some salt in your mix?
Yes.
How much?
2 pinches.
2 pinches. Well, you did quite good. You know exactly what you're doing. What are you waiting for now? What's going to happen in that pot?
I'm waiting for it to boil.
Well, let's see if it's going to boil. And then what do you do?
Boiling.
Let's see. All right, so.
I'm going to have a little taste, okay?
Okay.
It's perfect.
Do chefs get to taste the food?
Yes.
They get to eat, don't they? All right, so we're in the kitchen now, and we're getting ready to make the crepes. So the very first thing is that Michael put in the fresh fruit. So tell him what you've got in there.
I've got strawberries. I've got blackberries and raspberries.
And blueberries.
And blueberries.
So we have got a really good blend of fruits in here. Now, what I did Thank you, honey. What I did, you're going to hold it? Okay. What I did is I bought the frozen bag of fruit simply because our berries here, even though we have a lot of them, our berries here aren't producing right now. So I bought these. Don't worry about buying a frozen fruit like this because it's actually perfection. They pick them at the peak and you're going to have outrageously good flavor here. So I will hold this while you continue to do what has to happen here. So he put just, I don't know, maybe 2 cups of berries in there. And so then what are you going to add to the berries?
Sugar and water.
Okay, and how much sugar?
4 cups.
1/4.
1/4.
All right, so go ahead and show them how to do it. Because this is important.
I like to use my finger. So I go like this.
And what are you doing there?
Making it all level.
That's right. That's right.
Mm,
So go ahead and put that in.
I'll put you in the pan.
And this is the best part of cooking. What are you going to do with that finger?
I'm going to lick it.
All right. Now then, we need some water. So how much water are you going to put in?
1 tooth.
1/2 cup.
1/2 cup.
1/2 cup. So go ahead and put that in. Now the reason you want some water in here is that, whoa, it's really full, but you got it. You just need a little bit of water in there. You want it to be a little bit syrupy, so it's got to defrost. It's going to cook while it's cooking down, and then it will be absolutely perfect. So we're going to put this on a medium-high heat, then we'll reduce it to a medium heat, and then we'll come back and show you the next step.
That is awesome. Okay, now we're back, and we're gonna make the batter now. We need 1/3 of flour,
2/3.
2/3 cup flour.
And where is that?
It's right here.
And where are you going to put it?
I'm gonna put it right into this bowl.
Go ahead and go for it, buddy. Okay. And then we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
1/2 teaspoon of salt right here. And I got my finger ready. Leveling is perfect.
And the reason we do that is because we want perfect measurements when we're baking, right?
Yep.
And then you need to whisk it up a little bit.
Whisk you. Bumps are out.
And why are you whisking it now?
So I can take all the bumps out and bring them.
Okay, and also so that you can get the salt distributed into that flour, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now we need 3 eggs.
3 eggs, exact. 3.
And they'll go right into your mixture. And you can
That
put
was
them in that
one.
bowl. That was one. That was good. And you have chickens, right?
Yep, I have lots.
How many chickens?
I don't know.
I think about 40 right now.
40. Not
Yes.
even close.
So you guys do a lot of eggs, so you know how to crack these like a pro. All right, whisk it up.
Whisk my little whisking. I hope this tastes out really good.
You think it will be?
Really, really, really good. It will be. Has to be.
Okay, let me help you just a little bit here. You got it?
Best way is
You got
this
it.
way.
Look at you. For a second here. Okay, and now you need a cup of milk, right?
Cup of milk. 1 cup exact. Pour the milk.
All right. Now let me do the whisking. You hold this for a second. The batter, when not too close, honey. The batter when you make it for crepes is a really thin batter, very, very thin batter.
Very thin.
So don't be surprised if it's just like this. Don't be surprised if it just looks super thin. But you do want to get your whisk and get all of that stuff that might have gotten glommed in there. You do want to get that in there so it's incorporated correctly. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to finish because our batter is done. And we're going to go to the range top, and we are going to make crepes. So we'll be back in a couple seconds as soon as our pans heat up.
Okay, now we're cooking the batter, and we're just going to put some butter on here.
And we're putting the butter on there for 2 reasons. One is flavor, and the other is so that it doesn't stick. Now what we're using here is a non-stick skillet. It's about 12 inch, and then he is ready for the batter. Perfect.
And then the great thing is to tilt the pan so we can get all of it.
That's great. Now we start looking around the edges, and
Right around.
once it starts drying around the edge, we know it's getting ready to flip.
Yep. Okay.
But we're going to release it first. Let me help you with the release part. You want to release it first and make sure it's all going to come across just nice.
Is it time?
Yeah. So tell them what you're going to do.
I'm
Look at the
gonna flip this batter right here.
Oh, look at that. Perfection. That is one good flip from this chef.
So now we're back, and I'm gonna fold these onto the plate, just like this.
Fold it in half, and then half again. Perfect.
And then I fold this one, and then this way.
And should we do 3?
We'll do 4.
Okay, we can do 4.
This one, and this way. And then this one, and this one.
I think that,
I just tried to make a pattern.
look at what he did. He made a beautiful pattern. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dress this up with some fruit, okay? Now this is the fruit that Michael made a syrup out of, but before we put it on there, I think that you should taste it and tell them what you think.
Delicious.
Delicious. All right. Then, and just put the fruit on top of it. And then over here. Then over here.
How about 4?
We'll just do 3. Now this is absolutely perfect. The only thing we have left to do now is just taste it. So, you have a fork. I have a fork. Let's just get into that crepe, cut it down. And it's very delicate, it's very soft. It's really good, you guys.
Better than pancakes and waffles.
It's what?
Better than pancakes and waffles.
Better than pancakes and waffles. And you learn how to make them. Now you can go home and you can go home and you can make them for your brothers and your mama and papa. Okay? So thank you, you guys. We're going to have the ingredients listed below so you can have the actual measurements. So we want to thank you for coming. Michael was an amazing chef guest, so that was the best ever. So just remember to give us a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, because we'd love to have you come back and be a part of our entire cooking family. Have an outrageously good day. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye.